after they killed him, they have a vehicle parked, by the way, right? They hopped out the vehicle to do it. The vehicle is parked. These two dudes left the vehicle parked, panicked, and ran off after committing a murder. In one portion of Aha, Lil Durk rapped, "We be sliding through they blocks, they don't know we have. Buddy I got shot and we ain't claim it, but I can show his eye." Here's the filming of the music video. And you know who was in that music video?
Don't tell me.
You know who Lil
Don't
Durk
say.
put in the music video
Don't say.
front row? He put Anthony Montgomery, the alleged killer. Lil Durk is cooked, bro. The feds trying to give Lil Durk 100 years, man. And now they even more motivated to give Lil Durk 100 years after the week that Lil Durk done had. Lil Durk and his attorney has been playing offense this week. They've been going directly at the federal prosecutors and mistakes they've made in the Lil Durk trial. They filed a motion to dismiss the case. They're going doing podcasts and interviews, commenting on Twitter, and explaining why Lil Durk should be free.
Bro.
Federal prosecutors used an edited clip of a Lil Durk music video to indict him. In that clip, it was edited to make it seem like Lil Durk was confessing to Quano Ronald's murder when that wasn't the case.
They need to stop doing that. Those cars need to stop doing that. How are you going to use a music video? Like, apart, I think since the Bobby Schmurder thing where he basically snitched on himself back then, alright, fair enough, cool. But come on, man. Not every video now means someone...
But the federal prosecutors have admitted that this was a minute mistake. It can be changed. It can be fixed. Durk and them is saying, nah, bro, release him from prison. Y'all use this to indict him. So federal prosecutors don't really like to look like fools. They don't really like to acknowledge mistakes. So the fact that Durk and them is rubbing it in their face has motivated them to provide more information on Lil Durk in separate cases that they got pending against Lil Durk.
God. See, now they're going to be even more motivated. Like, this is cool. You're trying to make us look like fools now. Say no more, bro. Say no more. Bro, you're just going to make it worse for yourself.
Really send a message that, yo, we're not playing around here. We're not fooling around. We got more ammo on Lil Durk. And we're going to talk about never before seen ammo and documents and cases that they got coming on Lil Durk in this video. But before we get to that,
long day for him.
Here is the interview that Lil Durk lawyer did that the federal prosecutors are very upset at.
There was an indictment that did not name him, right? It had named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ak. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this killing. Okay? And that was the only fact. That was the only thing that distinguished. So
that was it. Man, these goddamn prosecutors, man. Don't you have nothing better to do?
First indictment dropped and Lil Durk was unnamed. He wasn't a defendant.
Yeah.
That's because the feds didn't believe they had enough to successfully charge Lil Durk with a crime. So they just listed him as one of the co-conspirators. He was unnamed, though. Their plan was to wait it out, wait a couple months, probably catch Lil Durk in something, and then get him booked once all their ducks are in a row. However, their plans were spoiled because after they arrested the co-conspirators, they realized that Lil Durk was hopping on a plane to go to Dubai. So they wrote up and
he was trying to run away. It was getting too hot for him. Oh, wow. Bro. If people that were involved in something get caught, why would you run away? That is essentially like you know about that. They got caught. You flying to Dubai? That looks a bit fishy, you know. That's giving me a reason like, why would you suddenly now fly to Dubai? If I'm, arresting and catching your God, I can't even say the word. Basically, like, the people that were involved in the situation that we're not even sure you were involved in, but you're suddenly now running away. Right.
Emergency federal complaint with a judge, got it approved, and they put Lil Durk in jail as they await to indict him. So now, when they finally had enough to quote-unquote indict Lil Durk, The only difference from the complaint that they felt did not have enough to indict Lil Durk and the official indictment was the edited music video where they claimed Lil Durk confessed to this murder.
That
music video was fan created.
They're
and
reaching.
It was edited.
If the government says,
so it was fun. Not only was it edited, it was fan created. Bro, these prosecutors are reaching. But they're trying to grab air. That's crazy.
It's no big deal, no harm, no foul. That's not true. Because that's the one thing they added when they threw Durk Banks into the indictment. And as soon as we got the indictment, we noticed and we started hearing from people in the music world. People are like, this doesn't really make sense. That song, those lyrics were done a long time before that. I mean, we were hearing it from all different directions. We were hearing it from studio people. We were hearing it from people that wear suits to work every day, executives.
Exactly. Yep.
And so we were like, we got to get to work here. We got to figure this out. And so at the detention hearing, okay, we had this first detention hearing in December of 24. We go to the court and we say, first, this issue of leaving the country, it was all presented incorrectly.
Federal prosecutors hate owning up to mistakes. And you know what they hate more than owning up to mistakes?
Any institution, no matter what country, they hate looking like goofballs in front of the entire world. And especially Americans, that's what I think, what's one thing I've noticed. The prosecutors over there, they really, really hate. The one thing they hate more than looking like idiots is you being right and them being wrong. That's the only thing that probably supersedes that. The only thing.
The world knowing they made a mistake. The world thinking they are a fool. So you know what they did, bruh?
They're doubling
After
down.
this interview got aired, after he did the Vlad TV interview as well, after he went to other platforms to speak on how federal prosecutors are fools and this big mistake they made and how dumb they are.
You should have chilled.
Federal prosecutors did a full-on press on Lil Durk. They announced they're indicting Lil Durk on another charge. On May 1st, 2025, the grand jury returned a second superseding indictment charging defendant Banks and his co-conspirators with crimes arising from the August 2022 murder of SR, which is
co-conspirators. Bruh, I can't even say the word. Co-conspirators. Yes, finally said it. That's the word I was going to say before. But yeah.
Pob, including an additional charge of stalking resulting in death. Defendant Banks has presented a false narrative that he is being prosecuted and detained because of his violent lyrics. This claim is and has always been baseless. The SSI contains no allegations about defendant's lyrics. Instead, just like every iteration of the indictment before it, the SSI contains significant allegations that shows defendant alleged role in the execution-style murder of SR on a busy street corner in Los Angeles. These allegations and the other evidence the court considered during defendant's December 2024 detention hearing leave no doubt that defendant is an ongoing danger to witness and the community and a flight risk. He should remain detained pending trial. The prosecutor's not even hiding it, bro. This was a direct response to Lil Durk's attorney trying to expose him. Because the charge is irrelevant, bro. If Lil Durk gets convicted of stalking that results in death, then he's probably gonna get convicted of conspiracy that resulted in death as well. It's similar charges, homie. Like, stalking is just more specific. So this was really not needed, but they made sure to go back and get another charge in the superseded indictment on May 1st. You know why? Well, yeah, on May 1st. You know why? Because they're proving, hey, bro, we can get this indictment without the lyrics. We went back and got them to indict Lil Durk on stalking that resulted in murder without the violent lyrics. So how can you say this case is based on violent lyrics? Which, this is a change. Because if the violent lyrics were not important, they wouldn't have included it all throughout the first indictment.
That's what I'm saying. If you already proved the evidence to begin with, why use and like put in during the indictment, the letter documentation that we have lyrics, a music video that was edited and fun whatsoever, made by fun, as the base, the foundation of you wanted to indict Lil Durk? That makes no sense. If you had that the entire time, bro, you should have led with that to begin with, man. Nah, man. I don't know, man.
It's silly. Now, they didn't just stop here, bruh.
Oh, there's
And
more.
here's why I say Lil Durk is cooked.
Oh,
So there was
That's
a
it.
sealed paperwork regarding Lil Durk for about the last like 4 or 5 months, right? But we knew it was coming. And that was the indictment or the paperwork regarding the murder of Stephen Mack. The guy on your left is Anthony Montgomery. The guy on your right is
what kind of? What is he? Why is he walking like that? That looks so weird, like a cartoon character.
Preston Powell. These two dudes were responsible for the death of the Smashville GD leader, Stephen Mack.
Bruh. 2000. The guy's 25. I mean, literally 25 today, because today is the 5th of May. Man, these kids are so young, man. So young.
Mack. Stephen Mack, who you see on your left right here, was leaving a Stop the Violence meeting at a youth center when he was gunned down and killed.
Wow.
Think about
That is so ironic. You leave an event, stop the killing and violence, just to get gunned down after leaving a meeting like that.
the trauma.
I should not be laughing. It's not even funny. And I'm not laughing. I just feel like, bro, this is not even an ounce of respect. Like, come on, bro. There's no way the killers didn't know it was going to an event like that. And they...
that's
evil.
for the kids who were at that meeting.
That's evil.
These kids are seeing this dude who is like a leader in their community who's trying to push for peace.
Bro.
And they look outside and he's getting gunned down. They're like, hold on, bro. Like, this pushing peace is ridiculous. The feds is putting this murder on Lil Durk too. He's listed in the arrest warrant. He's listed in the complaints. He just hasn't been officially indicted yet. But if you read the original Lil Durk indictment, the feds made it perfectly clear. They are investigating Lil Durk for this murder, and they plan on charging him with this murder as well. But
but if you have... Wait, what? So basically, just make an assumption. They have no proof yet. They just think Lil Durk is involved. But you don't have no proof yet. We're going to prove it soon enough. But even then, still, we haven't proved it yet and we have no evidence, nothing, we want to detain him in the meantime. Huh?
feds will put this out, coincidentally, after Lil Durk had the week he had blasting the feds for getting something wrong. Now, what the feds will claim is after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing was murdered, Lil Durk became bloodthirsty. He put a bag on any and every GD in Chicago's head. He wanted them gone. According to an informant, at the time that Stephen Mack passed away, he was the respected leader of the Smashville GDs. So this was the perfect candidate to send a message to the city after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing got killed. This right here is the suspected killer of Lil Durk's brother D-Thing. Now you're probably asking yourself, Flacco, why don't Durk just get him? He's currently in jail for a double homicide, bro.
Wow.
All right, so even if Durk wanted to, he can't. Feds will claim that Lil Durk got Stephen Mack hit, not only because Stephen Mack was a GD, but Stephen Mack was also really close with the alleged killer. So CHS1 has reported that Lil Durk was and still is offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any GD that is killed. CHS1 has also indicated that D-Thing was killed by members of Dump Street. According to CHS1, Dump Street is a GD faction on the south side of Chicago. According to CHS1, Dump Street member Individual A was a close associate of Mack. According to law enforcement records, Individual A is currently in pre-trial custody for allegedly committing a double murder that took place at a country club Hills, Illinois.
Nah, okay. You know they don't have solid evidence yet, but this looks
And that's the dude that we just showed you. Lil Durk hasn't been charged with this Stephen Mack murder, obviously because they don't have enough to charge him.
But it's adding up, man. It's adding up. It's adding up. It's very much adding up.
But what exactly do they have, and what's keeping them motivated to further this investigation to try to tie Lil Durk to this? So after Montgomery and Powell murdered Stephen Mack, Powell was not really connected to Durk. Montgomery was the one that had the OTF and Durk connection. So Powell trying to get paid, he trying to get his money. So Powell's texting Montgomery, bro, what's up with OTF? And Montgomery responded back, nothing. Right? Because why you texting me this, bruh? All right. So then Paul said, what you mean? They not paying? Montgomery texted back, we waiting. He come up here on the 17th. Durk had a show on the 17th, and he also filmed a music video on the 17th. The 17th came. Paul texted, stand on that. Why you with Durk and them? So he's saying, bruh, if we ain't get paid, why you with Durk and them? All right? So then he texted him again. Did Durk gave you that money? Montgomery is a slimy dude, and he did Paul dirty, and we're going to break that down shortly. But texting about compensation for open murder ain't the dumbest thing these two dudes do.
Like, what is wrong with black people, man? No, what is wrong with Americans?
Bruh. Yo, I'm not sure if Lil Durk employed these dudes directly or if the bag was just up there and they
like, it's always these retards, these people that have brain cells and chromosomes missing, man. Like, let's say allegedly you did commit that. Why would you text someone for payment? Text. Bro, I don't know how it works in the industry, but I'm pretty certain different ways to go about it. Different ways to go about it. Well, call, like, burn phone, basically, like some random cell phone that you don't need. You're just like, bro, like, there's so many different ways. Or just like text him, say, yo, can we meet up? Or like, bro.
They hadn't got it done themselves. But these two dudes are the dumbest criminals I've ever seen. Maybe not Powell. Montgomery is the dumbest. So Montgomery and Powell waited in the parking lot in their black Chrysler, waited for Stephen Mack to walk past him to go to his vehicle. Once his back is turned, they hopped out and killed him. So after they killed him, they have a vehicle parked, by the way, right? They hopped out the vehicle to do it. The vehicle is parked. These two dudes left the vehicle parked, panicked, and ran off after committing a murder. Not drive off, ran off on foot. Once they got...
Bro, how dumb can this be? This, bro, it's gonna be some sort of cartoon or something. This can't be real.
Got a few blocks down the way, right? You know, they got away. Montgomery realized he left his phone in the vehicle that they hopped out of to commit the murder. The vehicle that's on surveillance of y'all hopping out and committing a murder, and you left your phone in the vehicle.
This is
and
so
it
dumb.
gets dumber. Okay, Montgomery thought that he...
Who hired those people? Whoever hired those people needs a beating. He deserves a beating for hiring those dumbasses.
Was doing some type of 4D chess move, because 45 minutes after the murder, he called AT&T to report his phone stolen. Yeah, okay, buddy. All right. His phone was in the vehicle because it was stolen. Man, cut it out, bruh. You would think this was a Lil Durk indictment, because they brought a gang expert to testify that Lil Durk was confessing to the murder of Stephen Mack in the Aha song. Yo, bro, this Aha song got Lil Durk in a lot of trouble, bro, because this Aha song was also mentioned in Quando Rondo's indictment. So it would say,
bro, what? This is crazy. What's up with rappers that are also on the streets, you know, committing violence and, you know, like, like, you get what I'm trying to say? Then also having to, you know, public that out there on the music videos. Like, why? You would have thought after the Bobby Schmurder thing, where he literally snitched on himself in his own song, rappers would have realized by now to shut their mouth and not, you know, publicly announce the things that they've done behind the scene outside the music industry, on the streets, on the music videos. But clearly, they haven't learned because Lil Durk out here rotting on himself again. Like, bro.
February 22nd, 2022, Lil Durk released a song titled Aha after Stephen Mack was murdered. Now, the gang expert says that they believe the lyrics to this song can reasonably be interpreted to be references to Lil Durk having people killed. For example, in one portion of Aha, Lil Durk rapped, "We be sliding through they blocks, they don't know we have. Buddy, I got shot and we ain't claim it, but I can show his eye." Now, based on a gang expert's training, he would say, based on my training and experience and knowledge of this investigation, I believe that these lyrics can reasonably be interpreted to be a reference to Mac's murder. After Mac was murdered, an unknown individual recorded YPC's, which was the youth center, surveillance video of the murder on what appears to have been a separate video recording device, possibly a cell phone, and they distributed the video to a lot of people, including Durk. Here's the filming of the music video. And you know who was in that music video?
Don't tell me.
You know who Lil
Don't
Durk
say.
put in the music video
Don't say.
front row? He put Anthony Montgomery, the alleged killer of...
Bro, you gotta be the dumbest person out here. The dumbest person out here. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. Bro. So let's make this clear. Not only the two that were hired to, kill this person, left the car behind, which within the vehicle, the guy, one of the suspects, left their phone in there. On top of it, you made a music video about it, and on top of it, the person you allegedly, let's keep that straight, hired to commit the act, you put it on your music video too. In the front row. Bro, right here. Bro, close case Johnson. It's a wrap. Next going to jail. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Of Stephen Mack. And you see Lil Durk circled in the middle and Montgomery is circled on your left. So you got lyrics that are expected or suspected to be about Stephen Mack, and then you have Stephen Mack killer in the video?
GG. Like my friend would say, GG.
Durk, this is self-snitching at levels I ain't never seen before, bro. You gotta relax.
Well, it's gonna be worse, way worse than the Bobby Schmurder one. Way worse than the Bobby Schmurder one. Way worse.
But the self-snitching don't stop here.
But if you put on Insta as well, I just clapped. The guy put on Instagram too. Yo, this is crazy.
No.
Oh, shit.
No, you know they gotta make it easy for the feds.
Of course.
Anthony Montgomery, the suspected killer of Stephen Mack, he posted to his Facebook story. He posted a huge...
This is insane. I don't even need to hear anymore. All I saw is we be sliding through their blocks and they don't know we have. So the person that committed the act, he posted the same lyrics Lil Durk had on his music video, the Aha, on his Insta story. And then black people wonder why we're not moving forward.
Huge amount of money. Now, he don't have a job, he don't have a business, so where did he get this huge amount of money from? Well, the feds have an idea, because when he
He finally got paid.
posted a picture with a huge amount of money, he had a song playing and lyrics appearing on the screen. Now, when you make a Facebook story, you actually choose what part of the song you want to appear on your screen.
We all know that.
Anthony Montgomery chose those specific lyrics. We be sliding through the block and they don't know we have. So the killer that was in the Aha video with Lil Durk
Bro.
The lyric that the fact.
Bro, I could get my 7-year-old sister to be the one indicting Lil Durk, and she probably gonna win the case, bro. If I give my little sister all this evidence, I'm pretty sure she can run that case and flipping get Durk convicted. Bro. Bro, with this amount of evidence, part of evidence, any amateurish prosecutor can prosecute Durk now. Anyone, bro. Anyone. I'm not even betting Gotham civilian can probably do this now at this point.
Has pointed out that they believe is related to Stephen Mack. The suspected killer went from being in the music video to going to social media, posting a picture of himself holding up a lot of cash with the Lil Durk aha playing in the background and those specific lyrics appearing on the screen. Boy, y'all gotta stop making it as easy for them folks, bro.
At least, bro, let them work for it, bro. Let them work for it, please. If you're gonna do something like that, bro, please, at least let them, at least try to pretend. You try to make it hard for them. At least. Bro, it's like playing chess on easy mode, bro. On easy mode. They think they're playing chess, but they don't realize they're playing chess on easy mode against a goddamn bot.
Time Preston Powwow is waiting to get paid. Anthony Montgomery got paid, and bro, he stopped answering Preston Powwow calls, man. He ghosted him completely. Yo, imagine me and Powwow, bro. You caught a body for the free ski because you think you about to get paid, and then your co-defendant, who was linked to the people who trying to pay, bro, he got the bread and he ghosted you, bro. And you see him on Facebook flexing. Bro. This damn near caused a war, homie.
Bro, I would say, me personal situation, I would recommend, you should snitch. But me personally, I would snitch, bro. I'm snitching. I'm snitching on everyone. Huh? You telling me he got paid and I didn't? Bro, you crazy, bro. I will freely go to the police station and say, yep, him, bro. I'll start singing, bro.
Now, they have a lot, but they don't have enough. They don't have the smoking gun to indict Lil Durk for this. But they need a gun. I don't think they need a gun. They intend on charging.
To be fair, considering how dumb the people were that were involved in this situation, it won't take them long to find a gun. I'm convinced.
Lil Durk with this, right? Come hell or high water. So this is just, this is crazy.
This game.
Let me know in the comment section. Do y'all believe that Lil Durk was involved in this? Do y'all believe this is fair? Do y'all think Lil Durk is ever going to see a day of light again, man?
Nah, it's done for him. It's a wrap, man. Man, shout out to Poetic Flacco, man. But that's a wrap, man. That's such a wrap, man. That's a really good video, man. That's such a wrap, man.